Get your reactions ready. The live portion of the show will begin in just a moment. Today is Saturday, July 22nd, and it's Game 2 between the Yankees and the Royals. Gerrit Cole was on the mound looking for win number 10 as the Yankees look to make it 2 in a row. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Hope your Saturday is going well. Thank you for tuning in. I know you could be doing any number of other things on a Saturday afternoon. I am pumped because in about 3 hours, I'm going to be seeing Oppenheimer. And as a movie fan, as well as a baseball fan, new Christopher Nolan movies are kind of like opening day to me. They're like Christmas. So the only reason I'm telling you that at the top of the show is because there are trade rumors swirling. And this is the time of the year where trades could happen at any time. So if something happens while I'm in the movie, I'll come on live when I get home around midnight or whatever. But, after this, I'm not leaving the house until after the trade deadline. It's just kind of like, something as a content creator who breaks in whenever news happens. Got to stay near the setup. So today is kind of like my last hurrah out in the real world until the deadline passes. Packed house in the Bronx today. So much for that boycott. Very hot afternoon between two last place teams, Yankees and the Royals. Today was going to be interesting regardless of the outcome. It was Gerrit Cole's first time working with Ben Rortvedt. And that's important because they're going to work together a lot. Benny's going to see a lot of action going forward. And you have to say, he looked good back there, and Cole seemed to do fine throwing to him. Cole had 10 strikeouts today. So far, so good. And someone says Brett says the Yankees are going to have a punt lineup tomorrow because they don't play for sweeps. You've got to sweep the Royals. I'm sorry. This is the first series that the Yankees have won since they played Oakland in late June, so about a month. You got to go for the sweep. You got to run this winning streak as long as you can. Senior Nerd says Cole for Cy Young. Cole did an excellent job today. So, Gleyber Torres, let's start there. He didn't waste any time extending his hitting streak to 12 games, picked up a hit in the bottom of the first inning. And then Giancarlo Stanton got things started with an RBI single. Jeffrey Cole says 2 in a row. Watch out, Rays. Actually, the team ahead of us is the Red Sox, and then the Blue Jays, and then the Rays, and then the Orioles. The Orioles have a statistically better record than the Rays. They have less wins, but they're 59-38, so 608 win percentage. And the Rays have a 604 winning percentage despite being 61-40. So the team that we need to alert that we're coming is the fourth place Red Sox, unfortunately. Look, this team did not exactly crush the ball today for most of the day. The starting pitcher for the Royals, let me pull up his name because it escapes me right now. Singer? Yeah. Is it Bradley Singer? Brady Singer. He has a 5.55 ERA even after this game. And he only gave up 5 hits in 6 innings and 2 runs, struck out 9. So not the Yankees' best or most encouraging offensive performance. But, they jumped out to an early lead. Nick Pratto tied it up with a short porch home run, third row. Lefties at Yankee Stadium. That just goes to show you how important it is because you can run into them. Yankees bounced right back in the bottom half. Leadoff double by Anthony Volpe. He stole third base. That was his 17th stolen base of the year. And then he scored on a sacrifice fly by Gleyber Torres. Larry says, happy for the win, but even in victory, these guys are flat. David says, if the Red Sox lose, we will be in fourth. They are down 5-4 in the ninth. So if they win, let me know. Or if the Red Sox lose, let me know, and we jump out of fourth place. We'll put the fun hat back on. Anyway, Royals tied it up in the fifth. Got to give them credit. They were making Garrett Cole work today. He was at 85 pitches through 5 innings. He bounced back in the sixth with his 9th and 10th strikeouts. That extended his record for the Yankees for 10 strikeout performances. I love that. I remember when the Yankees traded for Randy Johnson, I was super excited because the Yankees hardly ever had any big-time strikeout pitchers, and I was like, oh, man, he's going to have all these 10 strikeout games. I think he had like 2 or 3 in 2 years, and he was pitching with a herniated bat. So I don't know. Are the Sox back in it? Let me switch over to the score here. Games, we're going to find out. Red Sox down 5-4, top of the ninth. We'll see. Might have to dust this hat off. Garrett Cole was done after 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, allowed 2 runs, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, only threw 99 pitches. Again, quick hook for a Yankee starting pitcher in the heat. But overall, I thought he pitched well enough to get the win. But, of course, the Yankees offense didn't help him out while he was in there. But got to give him credit. Nice job. Looks like there are 2 outs in this Boston versus the Mets game, so keep an eye on that. Let me know if it's time to break out the fun hat. I will keep an eye on it as well. Pull the Yankees box score back up. Bottom 7, DJ LeMahieu got it going.
There it goes. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
And don't look now, but he is hitting .325 in his last 11 games. He is definitely better in the second half. We'll see if he can keep it going, but, positive signs from him lately. That was a vintage DJ LeMahieu home run, too. He absolutely clobbered it to right field. Bottom 8, another vintage home run, this time from Mr. Giancarlo Stanton.
Home run for Stanton.
This night is a wrecking machine. The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball.
Ultimate meatball indeed. I didn't catch the exit velo, but it looked like it almost broke the sound barrier. 6 home runs in his last 10 games for Mr. Giancarlo Stanton. Clay Holmes came in and made it way, way too interesting. But ultimately, the Yankees hung on, and they win the game, and they win the series 5-2.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're a winner.
I saw a comment come through. Mr. Wells says, no fun hat until a 5-game win streak. That's a tall order for this team, man. We might never have that again. Look, I'll be happy if we climb out of the cellar. That'll be the first step. So we will celebrate. Hector Cruz says, did Stanton make it around the bases? Apparently he did. But hey, look, a lot of candidates for the belt tonight. Garrett Cole had 10 strikeouts. DJ had a big go-ahead home run. Gleyber Torres extended his hitting streak. But the chat has spoken. The clear winner with 3 RBIs, Mr. Giancarlo Stanton. Val says, pop the champagne. Rizzo got a hit. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the box score after we watch the highlights today. So let's start over at the beginning of these highlights. So, yeah, Rizzo got a hit. He's slowly having better at-bats. We'll see. He's been working a lot in the cage. Garrett Cole had good fastball working early, struck out the first 2 hitters of the game, and then Giancarlo Stanton got the Yankees on the board. That was the base hit in the first inning. Good fastball there, 98 up and away. This was a breaking ball, kind of hung in the middle of the plate, just like a couple of home runs we saw last night. Curveballs down and into lefties at Yankee Stadium, not a smart pitch. Came back with the power fastball. Good changeup today. Wicked movement on that changeup. And this was a fastball just off the plate, but got the call. This was Volpe's opposite field double. Nice inside out piece of hitting, drives it the other way, and then steals third base. Came around to score on an aggressive sac fly from Gleyber Torres. He was in attack mode that at bat, you could tell. This was a fun play. Ball looks like it rolls foul. They call it fair, even though it was clearly foul. Witt tries to take Cole by surprise, and Cole just fires it to second and nails him. And then from there, Cole on cruise control. Got through the fifth, got through the sixth, actually gave up a base hit to tie the game, so he doesn't get a win. But had, really good stuff today, I thought. And I thought he got better at working with Rortvedt as the game went along. That was a good down and breaking ball there. And this was the opposite field home run, 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and he just drives it, just completely smashes it. This was a hanger, 80, right out over the middle of the plate, and Giancarlo puts it about 10 rows deep in the left field seats. So, good day for the Yankees. You'll take it. This episode brought to you by the Game Time app. Game Time is amazing. Obviously, the best ticket for last minute, or best app for last minute tickets. Lowest price. You can go to baseball, football, basketball, hockey, all that stuff when it's in season. Theater. They have rainout protection. They have job loss protection. You show them, evidence that you can't afford these tickets anymore, even though they're mostly cheap. I mean, you look at some of the, tickets there. New York City Football Club, $16. I mean, solid. Liberty, $41. Yankees, $1. And that's honestly kind of overpriced to watch this team most nights. So get the Game Time app, use the code NYY Recaps, and get $20 off of your next purchase.
Baba Booey.
All right, so let's get some of your comments here. Andrew says, no fun hat till we're playoff contender. We're not going to all have, this is not a democracy. I'll wear whatever the fuck I want. How's that? Illuminati says, good win, but the Yankees need to sell anyway. I think that might be what I would do as well. Meredith turned 40 today. Meredith Morakovitz. I just turned 40 myself, and I can tell you, it hurts. It hurts. Did we look at the box score yet? I don't think we pulled up the box score. We watched the highlights, but we'll pull up the box score right now. So you see, not a ton of offense, obviously. One hit for McKinney, one for Torres, one for Rizzo. 2 hits for Stanton, 1 for Bader, 1 for LeMahieu, and 1 for Volpe. Cabrera was 0 for 3, Rortvedt 0 for 3 in his return. Cabrera, just having a bad season, man. I really thought he was going to do better. He was so promising when he came up last year, and he got called up ahead of Peraza, ahead of Volpe. So you figured the Yankees liked him a lot. And the fact that he was a switch hitter, he had a little bit of power, he hit some big home runs, played good in the playoffs. I think he hit a home run against Cleveland in the playoffs. So it's honestly been shocking. And he had a great spring training, too. It was the curse of Higashioka hitting all those home runs in spring that one year and then having a tough start. Oswaldo Cabrera did the same thing this year. Had a great spring training. I think he hit 4 or 5 home runs, hit about 350, and then absolutely stunk up the joint for the first 2 months. And, I mean, it really hasn't gotten much better. But we need him to get going. 574 OPS, one of the worst for qualified hitters in the American League. Garrett Cole, 6 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 2.78 ERA on the season. He's always got that whip just hovering around 1, so it's at 1.08. That's pretty much what you like. You know, a base runner or less per inning is what you want. You'll generally be successful. Keep men off base. Peralta, 2/3 of an inning. Canely, a scoreless inning with a couple of strikeouts. And Holmes picks up the save, and the Yankees win the series. All right, let's take some more comments. So Mets leave 2 stranded, so we're still going to the bottom of the 9th here in Boston, so we'll see if we get to climb out of the cellar. We'll hang on until that's over with. Robertson is in to close it. You know, David Robertson is somebody who might have some trade value. A lot of teams need a bullpen piece. It wouldn't bother me if the Yankees went out and got Robertson. I like Robertson, and we know he can pitch for the Yankees. Rampage says, who's your favorite player besides Judge? It's a good question. I love me some Garrett Cole. Just watching him pitch today is phenomenal. I'm a big Nestor Cortez fan. It's tough. I love everybody. They're like my children, They're like my cats and my dogs. It's tough to choose one. I love everybody on this team. Except Josh Donaldson. Don't really like him very much. This might be interesting because he's not having a great year. But I really love DJ LeMahieu as a player. I just think he's got all the right stuff. He's obviously having a very, very down year. But the fact that he plays such great defense, he's such a classy guy, keeps his mouth shut, doesn't showboat, just a very classy Yankee. I love watching him play. I wish he was having a better year, but hey, look, age catches up to everybody. We got a $10 Super Donos from Jeffrey Cole. Says, remember at the end of Ruth's career when he hit a home run and he'd stop at first base and another player would finish running the bases? Is that going to be Stanton? I don't know if you can do that anymore. I don't think you. Well, first of all, I know you can't do it anymore. I don't even really know if that actually happened. That might have been artistic license. Obviously, I wasn't around to see it, but I know it was in the movie. But I've never seen anybody, talk about that as if it actually happened. So, hey, look, you make rule changes for Babe Ruth. They made some rule changes for Shohei Ohtani, to allow him to, go in and out of the game as a DH or, from pitching, all that stuff. So, hey, look, 2 outs for the Mets. 1 more out to go, and we can break out the fun hat. We will be out of the cellar. Andrew says he loves Shohei even though he's not a Yankee yet. I love watching him play too. There's a lot of non-Yankees that I just really love watching play. I'm a big fan of Bryce Harper. I've been watching his whole career. I love watching Manny Machado play. I'm trying to think. Ellie De La Cruz, the new guy from Cincinnati, is incredible. Fun to watch. As we wait for the ending of this game, let me just pull it up on MLB.com, and maybe we can pull up the game day. Do a little bit of climb out of the cellar watch party. What do you guys think about that? 2-2 count, 1 strike away. One strike away. And we will be out of the cellar. Jones says Donaldson has a $6 million buyout. He's not coming back. Yeah, I think Donaldson's Yankees career is probably over. Acuna Jr., another great one to watch. He might go 40-80. Right now he's on pace for 41 home runs and about 75 stolen bases with the Braves. He's amazing to watch. Enrique Hernandez flies out to center fielder Brandon Nimmo. The Yankees are out of the cellar. The climb begins today, baby. The climb to first place begins today. I don't know. We might be daydreaming, but get a couple more comments and we will wrap it up.
Game over, man. It's game over. I gotta get out of here.
Nice. Nice little Saturday afternoon podcast.
You go.
Loving the vibe you guys are bringing. Richie says, bye-bye basement. Hey, look, it feels great. It feels great to not be in last place anymore. We're looking up, This team, if they choose to be aggressive at the deadline, they're going to really have to address the offense. Because even today, you get 5 runs, but you don't get a lot of hits. This is not a great pitcher that we were facing. We need some good left-handed hitters from outside of the organization, and we need to leave them alone. Bring in a couple of guys who can hit, and don't change a thing about them. Just let them do their thing. And there's obviously something that this organization is teaching that, when applied, causes the offense to suck. I just refuse to believe that this many good hitters can be this trash all season long. There's something they're teaching. There's an approach that they're taking. I don't know. But they need to bring some guys in, and they need to leave them alone. That's what I would hope for. Guys, I'm going to call it a day. I am off to see Oppenheimer in a little bit. So about 4 hours in the movie theater. So if anything happens trade-wise during that time period, obviously I will not be live, but I'll address it when I get back. Again, I don't think anything's going to happen, but there's a possibility. We're about 9 days out, so could happen. We'll see you then.
Ball game over.
Most impressive.